Hello, everyone. Happy Tuesday to you all. Welcome to episode 71 of Six Figure Live. Getting everything all queued up here. My name is Ben Hartley with Style & Story Creative and Six Figure Photography. Steven, can you get my comment set up, please? Thanks, my man. You guys, what's going on? Steven's going to get the phone set up so I can see comments and everything come in from you guys, which is super, super important. Thank you so much for showing up. I just want to start today out by expressing like how freaking stoked I am to have you guys. Like, just thank you so much. Just today, I think I got 4 emails from photographers who have listened and had the opportunity to connect with me in some way, and it's helped in any way, shape, or form. So just like, man, that's why I do this. I just really want to say thank you. Thank you guys so much. Keep working hard. Keep hustling. It just gets me so stoked. So anyhow, what's up, everyone? Say hi. Like, drop a comment, drop a thumbs up, some hearts in there. Let me see who you are. I'd love to get a chance to thank you guys, even by name. Like, yeah, what's up, Scott? Dude, Scott, thank you, man. Woot. That's awesome. Okay, you guys, so here we go. If this is your first time watching, welcome. If you've been here like all the time since like episode 1, then thanks again for showing up. I really appreciate it. The entire purpose of this is to try to bring you guys super candidly, super naturally behind the scenes. We are here in Columbus, Ohio. It's the Style & Story Creative Studio, and just let you guys in on what we're doing. A lot of it too is mindset stuff. It's what we're thinking about. It's how we're moving forward as people and as a business, and it's a way for us to connect like with you. Like, that's really it. I don't want to just wait for conferences and mentorships and that kind of stuff to have an exchange with you guys. And so that's why I think it's so important to drop comments in there. Like let me know what's going on, because it means the world to me. So, okay, you guys, we're gonna hop over to the intro video, and we're gonna jump in here to something that I learned from a good friend and actually a groom of mine. I'm gonna be shooting his wedding this year, so we're gonna hop over that in a minute. First, intro video time. Boom. No. I swear, every time I go to do the intro video, it's like 50-50. I roll the dice. Will the program decide to play the audio, or will Facebook mute the audio? Who knows? Facebook muted the audio today, so I just jumped right out of it. You guys, thanks so much for joining me. What's up, 10 people? So here we go. You guys, I wanted to talk about something today that I find so important, so valuable. So big picture here, you guys. At Six Figure Photography, I have a goal of giving you very practical, tangible steps, right? This is like the wrestling match that I deal with. Even when I go to speak, I'm going to be heading over to United, Show at United. I'm going to be there in Arizona speaking. I just got back from Canada Photo Convention. I'll be all over. And it's always the wrestling match I have in my mind of like high-level stuff versus very practical, low-level action steps, the hustle, the work ethic, the actual tactics. You know what I mean? And I think that one of the problems that I see happen, not just in this industry, but like every industry, is that everyone wants the nuts and bolts. You want to know which screw to drill in where, what angle to cut the wood. If, let's say we're building a structure. But you don't have the blueprint, right? You don't have the high level. You don't know where you're going. You're just cutting wood and drilling screws and pounding nails into shit. And I think that we look for that. We look for these quick tactics and this stuff because we think it's going to like fix things, right? But so often, you guys, we're missing the blueprint. We're missing the high level stuff. And so I just want to talk about a quick high level thought here that, man, this is so much. This is like so it. And I really wrestle with seeing anyone who's finding great success in their business without this element. And so I just want to talk about it today. This is something that I am working with a couple of mine, Justin and Missy, and I actually learned this from Justin. He doesn't even know I'm doing this right now, but this is a groom of mine. And Justin is a runner. He's been working towards beating his, like, he's like a crazy amazing runner. He's a cross country coach, and he was just going to attend the Columbus Marathon And he's been like, you guys, this guy has been working so freaking hard. Like, he's put his life into this. Like, he's been, I mean, when I say he's a runner, like, he's not just like someone's like, yeah, I'm going to go do like the color run. No, this is like his thing, right? And just before the marathon, like 3 days before, I think, he got a crazy sick, like 104 or 5 degree temperature. I had to go to the hospital. And it just like, I just saw it. I saw how much it crushed him. I saw how much he was trying to deal with the disappointment, and he video blogged about it, and he put up online this equation. And I had to Google it to actually figure out what it meant. Actually, I think it wasn't online. He made a video, and at the end of the video, he just said this. He said E+R equals O. And then he said, I'm just going to keep smiling. And then he ended the video, and I was like, well, what does that mean? And so I started Googling it, and then I come to find that OSU had some wristbands in 2013. The entire Ohio State University football team had some wristbands that had the same equation, E+R equals O. And so I started looking up even a little bit further, and I was able to track it back to this one guy who I believe said it first, Kent Julian. And so often, what people believe is that E equals O. Let me break down the equation here. Events, and then O would be the outcome. So often we see events that happen in our lives, events that occur, and we believe that E equals O, like an event occurs, and then there's an outcome because of this event. And we're missing the R, and so the event occurs in your life, and it's the response is what creates the outcome. The event, your personal response, and then the outcome. And I think this is it's such a high level thing, you guys, but it's so critical. There's so many things that are going to happen in your business that you may feel like you have no control over, but you do. Like I get this email all the time. Ben, I come from like a super small town, trying to find clients. It's too hard. My business is failing. Like, there is a response that you can have, despite that fact. You are not the total of the events that occurred in your life, and this goes beyond just business. This is like terrible things happen all the time. Terrible things happen all the time. What's your response going to be? You guys, we have the ability to make a response to actions, and it will directly affect the outcome. It will directly affect the outcome. You guys, and so often I see people hopping on groups, and we're just complaining. Even today, I just got messages left and right about another photographer complaining about a situation. And if that's the response that you have to an outcome, look, we cannot change the events that are occurred, right? We can't change the fact that someone, I won't even get into the specifics. Let's even talk about like the business part of it. We can't change the fact that Facebook no longer organically reaches couples, right? We can only respond to it. We can only respond and come up with new ways. And so there's just so much wasted energy and time complaining about things that have been. And so little thought just put into the reality that your response to these things has such great impact, you guys. This needs to be like a high level thing. This needs to be a truth in your life. This needs to be a blueprint. And you have to continually remind yourself that, you know what, like when shit happens, like you have the ability to do something about it. You have the ability to still choose joy, still choose happiness, still choose the next day, and keep pushing forward. Like this is I mean, maybe it's an optimistic view. I don't know. Maybe it's idealism. I really don't think so. I think it's just like reality, man. Like, you don't have to be the sum of the events that occurred to you. So anyhow, I just want to say thanks. I want to say thanks to Justin for putting that out there. I think his reaction to what occurred, it's like, yeah, it sucks. It sucks that he got sick. It sucks that he can't run his marathon. But man, I think he registers the fact that there's more important things in life, and maybe just that one thing is just like your happiness, you know, and dwelling and complaining and wishing things could be somewhere else will never make you more happy. And I think that's the punchline. It will never make you more happy. You guys, keep working your ass off. Keep working hard. Christy, when shit happens, choose joy. I like it. You know what, too? On this topic, you guys, something that I often say to myself, and many of you have heard me say this, I'm going to say something right now that if you take it out of context is going to is going to come across really terrible. So please do not take this out of context. This is something that I tell myself, and my encouragement is for you to tell yourself this. I am not telling you this next statement, okay? And I know before I even go down this route, I want you to know this. I don't know what's happened in your life. I don't know the things that have occurred. And so I really want this to even be about the things that go wrong in your business, the things that go wrong in your photography. And yet at the same time, I say this in my personal life all the time. But there's also an understanding. I understand that there's things that occur that this would be insensitive to discuss. And so this is what I often say to myself. I say this. Ben, like when things go wrong in my life, when my camera breaks, when I drop my 50, when the client hires somebody else, when there's a negative review online, when some other photographer has negative words to say about me, when I don't get the speaking job, when I submit to a competition and my images doesn't get voted in, but somebody else's that's really similar does, I say this, I say, Ben, worse things have happened to better people. Do you guys get that? Like, look, I think I'm a pretty good dude, but I also register the fact that, man, there's way more better people out there. So many more better people out there. And so much more worse things have happened to them. How dare I be upset that my iPhone 6 Plus just cracked? And it was even the day after I got it, and then the fucking case like didn't even work and the screen cracked. How dare I be upset? Like, worse things have happened to better people. Do you understand that? And to me, this is along those similar lines. And so this is, again, as I'm saying this, I want you to say this to yourself, right? Because, again, I don't know what's happened to you. I don't know. I just want you, when things go wrong in your life, take a moment, take 5 seconds, mourn, register what happened, mourn, take your 5 to 10 seconds, and then say those words. You know what? Worse things have happened to better people. And then go conquer the effing world. Do you get that? Like, man, do you get that? Like, that is taking environment, your response, and the outcome, and it's putting into practice, you guys. What's up? Shannon! Oh my God, I love what you're saying. Sometimes we need to be reminded that we control our reactions. I choose happy. So what's up? This is something, too, that I'm becoming so much more aware of with kids, with children. Like I understand that my little daughter, I've got a 2-year-old daughter, the responses that she has so often, she's 2. She's just trying to figure things out. Sorry, I'm like going off on now a parenting rant. I'll end on the parenting rant. You guys, thank you so much. Thank you so much for hanging out. Tomorrow's episode 72. We're going to keep it real with you guys, and I'll make sure to show up if you guys could do the same. If you find value in this, share it. Put it out there. I think that there's someone out there in your world that needs to hear this, that things are going wrong, that they're trying to get bookings for 2017 and it's not lining up. Maybe there's that complainer in your world, and maybe you don't share with the complainer. I don't know. You do it like very like empathetically. Hey, stop complaining. That's a little passive aggressive, or just straight up aggro. All right, you guys. I love you guys. Thank you so much for chilling. We'll see you tomorrow. Cheers.